Sixth lesson. When a monk or a nun on a begging tour perceives that many hungry animals have met and come together in search of food, e.g. those of the chicken kind or those of the pig kind, or that crows. Page 103. Have met and come together, where an offering is thrown on the ground, they should, in case there be a byway, avoid them and not go on straight. 1. A monk or a nun on a begging tour should not stand leaning against the doorpost of the householder's abode, or his sink or spitting pot, nor in sight of, or opposite to his bathroom or privy, nor should they contemplate a loophole or a mended spot or a fissure of the house, or the bathing house, showing in that direction with an arm or pointing with a finger, bowing up and down. 2. Nor should they beg, pointing with a finger at the householder, or moving him with a finger, or threatening him with a finger, or scratching him with a finger, or praising him, or using coarse language. 3. If he sees somebody eating, e.g. the householder or his wife, and he should after consideration say, "Oh, long-lived one," or, "Oh, sister, will you give me some of that food?" After these words, the other might wash or wipe his hand or pot or spoon or plate with cold or hot water. 1. He should after consideration say, "Oh, long-lived one," or, "Oh, sister, do not wash or wipe your hand or pot or spoon or plate. If you want to give me something, give it as it is." After these words, the other might give him a share, having washed or wiped his hand, and with cold or hot water. But he should not accept anything out of such a hand, and which has been before treated thus, for it is impure and unacceptable. 4. It is also to be known that food, and is impure. Page 104. And unacceptable, which is given with a wet hand, though the hand be not purposely wetted. 5. The same rule holds good with regard to a moistened hand, and and a dusty hand, and and a hand which is soiled with clay, dew, orpiment, vermilion, realgar, collyrium, white chalk, alum, rice flour, cucusa, ground drugs. 6. It is also to be known that he may accept such food, and which is given with a soiled hand, and to one similarly soiled, i.e. with what one is to receive, or to one unsoiled, with hands similarly soiled, for such food, and is pure and acceptable. 7. A monk or a nun on a begging tour should not accept flattened grains, grains containing much chaff, and see 2:1:1, section 5, which a layman, for the sake of the mendicant, has ground grinds, or will grind, has winnows, or will winnow on a rock or a piece of clay containing life, and see 2:1:5, section 2, all down to cobwebs, for such large, parched grains, and are impure and unacceptable. 8. A monk or a nun on a begging tour should not accept fossil salt or sea salt which a householder, for the sake of the mendicant, has ground or pounded, grinds or pounds, will grind or pound on a rock or a piece of clay containing life, and for such like fossil salt or sea salt is impure and unacceptable. 9. A monk or a nun on a begging tour should not. Page 105. Accept food, and which is prepared over the fire, for such food is impure and unacceptable. The Kevalan says, this is the reason a layman will kill the fire bodies, by wetting or moistening, wiping or rubbing, throwing up or turning down the food, and for the sake of the mendicant. Hence it has been declared to the mendicants, this is the statement, this is the reason, this is the order, that they should not accept food, and which has been prepared over the fire, and This certainly is the whole duty, and Thus I say. 10. Footnotes. 103:1 Sayodagavagada, Usanodagavadada. Vigata, Sanskrit vikata, is explained upkaya. It is therefore cold or hot water which is to be considered as containing life. 104:1 The subject asamgi, the uncontrolled one, i.e. layman, stands in the singular, but the verb in the plural. The same irregularity occurs in the next paragraph. The commentator accounts for it simply by saying, Ekabakanadakar pi kondasatvat tadvyatena bahuvakanam drashtaviam, parvatra va gatavekavakanam.